Thank you for staying with us. In a significant political development, the All Progressives Congress has appointed a new national chairman, Professor Yilwatda, with a position returning to the North Central region. The move comes amid strategic realignment within the APC, the ruling party, as it positions itself ahead of the 2027 general elections. But let's quickly take you through APC national chairman from 2013 to date. TVC was national chairman 2013 to 2014, and next was Chief John Odigioyegun from 2014 to 2018. Comrade Adams Oshomole was national chairman 2018 to 2020, while Governor Mai Malabuni 2020 to 2022. Also, Senator Abdullahi Adamu was national chairman 2022 to 2023. Also, Senator Abubakar Kyari in acting capacity July 17 to August 3rd, 2023. And next was Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje from year 2023 to 2025. Also in acting capacity was Honorable Ali Bukar Daluri, June 2027 to July 24, 2025. And now we have Professor Yilwatda, who takes over as national chairman of the ruling party. Yilwatda's appointment was confirmed on Thursday during the National Executive Secretary Committee of the APC. Professor Yilwatda is from Plateau State. He was once a university lecturer and is currently the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and was the APC's candidate for governor in the 2023 elections. Let's listen to his acceptance speech, and Mr. President. All right, we'll come back to that. With that, what should be the immediate priorities of the new national chairman? How does the party plan to rebuild trust and cohesion under this new leadership? Tonight, let's speak with APC chieftain Bashir. Shehu is a legal practitioner, member of the defunct APC 2023 Presidential Campaign Council Media and Publicity Committee. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Shehu. Good evening to you.
Thank you for having me. Good evening.
Right. You know, in Nigeria, the president often wields considerable influence on who leads the ruling party, often appointing the best choice, while the rest of the party leaders and members are expected to fall in line by ratifying the appointment during the national convention or, accepting it during a meeting of the party's pending the next convention, just like we saw this afternoon. And I'm sure that necessitated that instructive statement from Mr. President. I mean, some have called it a warning, others have said this is that was an admonition. For you, what should be the immediate priorities of the new national chairman?
Well, thank you for having me again. First, let me correct this impression that the president did not appoint the chairman. Okay. Actually, party as a whole, elected the new chairman. And having said that, the new chairman has a very serious task in his hands, and that's number one, inclusivity for everybody. This is a time that we need a very generous chairman, so to say, who will carry everybody along. We are going into an election come 2027. Next year, we'll be having primaries. We need a chairman that will carry everybody along, especially at this time that we have some, incursion from the coalition, so to say. So we need to know exactly what we are doing and how we can carry everybody along so that we maintain the momentum and we sustain, the victory that we have now so that we can retain power beyond 2027.
The Prof is known more for his academic and, technocratic background than for grassroots politics. How do you think this will impact his ability to manage a complex political party like the APC?
Well, let me use this analogy. Before 2023 general election, some people thought Mr. President was frail, he was sick, he was not this, he was not that. Most people, especially from the opposition, they always make this mistake of taking somebody for granted or underrate, a certain political person, thinking that maybe this person cannot do that. Meanwhile, what you need to succeed as a politician is not necessarily your look, okay, but your brain.
But Barrister, both situations are not similar. Am I correct?
the current chairman is not a novice in politics. Okay? He has been a commissioner in the state. He has been the minister. Now the chairman. I don't know if you actually seen him, speak. You see that he's actually very intellectually loaded and politically sagacious. So you can't take such a person for granted. He might look, placid, kind of. That does not mean he does not know what he's doing. He's actually very collected, very intelligent, and ready to carry on the legacy of progressiveness within the party. But let me say this, if I must actually comment on this matter. People are trying to confuse what happened in 2013 coalition to what is happening currently. The problem we have as a Nigerian is that we don't try to, marry two different, or try to marry two different scenarios as if they are the same. They're not the same. In 2013, when there was a coalition which gave birth to APC, it wasn't come with a personalized or selfish ambition by anybody. If you see what happened, President Tinubu was probably the principal sponsor of that coalition. But at no time did he intend to say, I must be the president by force. Unlike what you see today, the egg has not even been laid. The fire is just trying to brood. Yet, somebody is already carrying the leg, carrying the head, carrying the heart in their own coalition, wanting to be the president of an election that's not even been held. So you can't compare APC with any other party. We know what we are doing, we know what we want, and that is why we are trying to balance the equation by making sure that everybody is, carried along. If you see what happened, let me give you this example. The last chairman before the immediate past one, before Malam Abdullah Adamu from National State, people were of the opinion that we should have another substantive chairman that will come from North Central. Okay, what failed the other party was a failure to listen. In APC, we listen, we sacrifice. And
I innocently asked that question because some argue that the position of national chairman requires political weight and national reach. So do you believe that Professor Yilwatda has that political network and influence to command loyalty across APC states?
Absolutely. Okay. Before anybody, so he has the fact that he probably is faced.
Also because, a section of the party was still reportedly pushing for the aspiration of former governor. Okay.
Exactly. So I don't know who would take that for granted.
Interesting. Because also, a section of the party was still reportedly pushing the aspiration of former governor of Nasarawa State, Senator Tanko Amakura. Those who are opposed to Amakura are said to have argued that, the need to have a Christian in the top leadership of the party to reflect some balance due to the Muslim presidency. Professor Yilwatda has been described as a man, a politician without baggage, no scandal, and does not appear like, a desperate politician. How does the party plan to rebuild trust and cohesion under this new leadership?
What happened the last few months, okay, when the former chairman left, Abdullah Ganduje, and now coming in, if you see what we are trying to do is that we make sure everybody is carried along. We don't want to leave anybody, behind. We don't want anybody to say they are being sidelined or they are not being carried along. And let me tell you one thing, because we are heading towards a very serious election, we are not going to be a party of selfishness. We are going to be so selfless to make sure everybody's voice is heard, okay? To make sure that nobody is left behind. So whatever you are seeing the APC doing now is to align and realign to make sure we are fully prepared to carry Nigeria to the next level, as we have been doing, to continue the development of Mr. President, to continue the policy that will enhance the lives of Nigerians as we move forward.
And how do you interpret President Tinubu's call for state governors to cooperate with the new APC national chairman? Was this a response to signs of internal disunity within the party? Also, does this charge implies that some governors were previously uncooperative or had strained relationship with the party's leadership?
Well, if I must, I can't think for the president. He's a very wise man. He knows what he's saying. He knows why he said what he said. But on the surface, I can just tell you, the same thing, whatever he said, you can also interpret to mean the same thing has been telling an average APC followers. that we should allow anybody that wants to come into the party. We should not be hostile to them. We should allow them to come to the party. Right. So it's just a normal condition for everybody to allow the party to move, smoothly. We don't even have enough members yet. We want to have as many members as possible. So it's just a way of admonishing the members to cooperate with leadership so that I can move the party forward.
All right, Mr. Shehu, we need to go on a break. But when we return, we'll talk about internal disputes and how you think the new national chairman should handle or resolve some of these disputes. Please stay with us, everyone. This is Politics Tonight. Welcome back to Politics Tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us. Professor Yilwatda, Emergence APC National Chairman. And on the program tonight, I have APC Stalwart, legal practitioner, member of the defunct APC 2023 Presidential Campaign Council, Media and Publicity Committee. Thank you so much for staying with us, Mr. Shehu. So like I said before we went to that break, I want you to talk to us about, the role expected of the new national chairman in resolving internal disputes and fostering cohesion ahead of 2027. How important also is the relationship between state governors and the party leadership for successful policy implementation across the states?
Well, I can assure you that I've not seen any crisis between the governors and the party national leadership. Okay, I've not seen anything of such. This notwithstanding that it is the responsibility of the new chairman to make sure everybody is carried along, to make sure no governor is actually taken for granted. The bottom line has always been that when a new chairman comes up, whether from the governorship fold or from anywhere, there's need for the new chairman to align and realign to make sure he maintains a very good relationship with the, forum. We have APC governorship forum, okay, to make sure that all the governors are given the rights as it is due, okay. It's going to be a mutual respect between the governors and the, APC national leadership. So I'm not seeing anything, that is abnormal in their relationship. This notwithstanding, being a new person, on the seat, he has to go around the governors, go around the stakeholders, all the party leadership across the nation to make sure he preaches, what he has actually told us today, that he wants to carry everybody along. He will not be there sitting at the national headquarters, waiting for people to come to him. No, he will go to these people, talk to them, tell them what is actually coming for the party and why everybody must cooperate. This is not the time for anybody to be selfish. I must say this to you. Since the last 2 years that we were in government, President Asadi's tenure, you could see a lot of misgiving by some, party members. No problem. All he needs to do is to call them. Those that are angry, why are they angry? Let us come back as one. For those who sing, you see, there's been this argument. For those who sing because they've not been given the right appointment or something, governance is in continuum, okay? If you don't have it now, you can have it another time. So he must give these assurances, okay, and he must make sure that he stands by his words. Whatever promises give to the party leadership and party members, he must make sure that he fulfills them so that everybody will feel happy and they'll be ready to carry on the goodwill of the Renew Hope agenda moving forward.
And you've just said this is not the time for anyone to be selfish, because I wanted to ask, what key qualities or priorities should the new national chairman bring to ensure stronger collaboration with governors?
Equity, justice, and fairness is very, very key. Because by next year, let me tell you, no matter 1 year and a half from next year, there will be primary elections. Okay, people will contest. Nobody should be seen to be subdued or actually subdued. Everybody should be given equal right to do whatever they can legitimately. Whoever that want to contest should be allowed to contest. There should not be any manipulation at all of any kind. Because a lot of Nigerians are coming into APC. Let me tell you, contrary to whatever you are hearing from the noisy coalition and all the rest, a lot of Nigerians are happy with APC and they are ready to come into the fold. But they must be see, they must see that the party is ready to, promote justice further as they have been doing. Nothing should be done by the party leadership to sabotage anybody's ambition and interest. As long as that's lawful and legitimate, it's very key.
Right. So equity, justice, and fairness. But are these qualities enough? And I'm asking because of how some of his predecessors were removed from that position. And clearly there were mistakes made by some of them, according to party members. But some of the questions regarding their removal have not been answered to date. Was the removal more about internal party dynamics or a failure to align with key power centers, including some governors? But for a new national chairman like Prof, how important is political neutrality in managing the competing interests within the APC? Can the chairman survive without aligning too closely with either governors or Abuja power blocks?
Something very technical. You are trying to assign a particular role to a certain block of people that they have powerful, that if a chairman is not dancing that tune... Are
they not powerful, Barrister Shehu?
I would agree with you.
Okay.
Nobody can be more powerful than the party itself. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Everybody comes under the umbrella of the party, not the other umbrella, the actual umbrella of the party. Okay, so we are here and we must be loyal to the party and we must submit to the party. Nobody is indispensable. To that extent, that the dignity and the respect of the party will be sabotaged for whatever reason. No, we have to respect everybody. That does not mean that the party control must be handed over to a certain block. Otherwise, if I don't belong to a particular block, maybe a governor doesn't like my face, maybe a minister does not like me, does that mean my right to be denied? No. The chairman has the whole authority, the power to make sure justice is actually promoted. As is just nobody is controlling the party. The party is superior to everybody, and we must all abide by the party rule because the party will live beyond everybody.
But what leadership style would best help the chairman maintain balance between, the party's national leadership and its influential state governors? I want you to address that particularly.
Well, I've just told you, but you want me to talk more about it? I've just told you. Well, first and foremost, he must be very accessible. Okay? He must be very humble. And he must be very fair. You see, fairness and equity is very, very key. Okay? There's no fear in politics. Okay, let me tell you one thing. If you want to get governance rights, then you must get your politics right.
Okay.
If you don't have good politics, you cannot have good governance. So if you want to have good governance, you must have good politics. What am I saying? So whatever we're going to do now, we must make sure that it's actually good politics. And good politics start from not allowing anything unlawful, okay, anything illegitimate. I must not allow anybody to form a bloc to control the fortune of the party. No, even Mr. President, every time you hear Mr. President, you hear him saying he is going to abide by the party rules. So who are we as ordinary members who will not allow it? So the chairman just needs to make sure that he goes to this, every stakeholder, not just the governor's bloc, every stakeholder. He makes sure that he respects them, gives them their rights, and make sure everybody abides by the dictates of the constitution of the party.
Right, and because of how some of his predecessors were removed, should the new chairman push for clearer constitutional protections for his office to avoid being removed through, ad hoc decisions or internal plots?
Well, I don't want to use the word removed because I don't know how many chairmen were removed, okay? So I'm trying to say, like, Gandhi resigned, so I don't want to use the word removed.
Okay, so let me rephrase that question, Barrister. Would you support...
Let me answer your question this way.
Okay.
During the tenure of Comrade Adam Shiomale, I was one of the people who wrote an article who suggested that the idea of one drunken world chairman somewhere who does not even understand what is national politics to just say he's suspending or removing the national chairman from somewhere is an aberration. I am of the opinion that our constitution should be amended and such clause should be removed, such that the power to appoint anybody or suspend anybody within the party should rest within the NEC or National NWC. So we should, I want to agree with you that we need to amend our constitution such that such power will be centralized. No what chairman can just come from here and say, I'm suspending the governor, I'm suspending the national chairman. How can a junior suspend a senior, a subordinate suspending a superior, it's an aberration. So I think that has to be changed. I agree with you on that level. We need to amend the constitution, and we make sure we have an enhanced and workable constitution that will give us peace and not distraction. Because what happened during Oshomole was a distraction that we didn't need as a party.
So would you support institutional reforms in the party structure to reduce the influence of external pressure on the chairman's position?
Absolutely.
All right.
I support any reform that will bring a better and enhanced party administration. Sure.
Quickly, let's talk about the coalition. You know, with this ongoing agitation, or rather, the ADC coalition is positioning itself as a credible third force. And for those who have called them political jobbers, a bunch of expired politicians, members of your party, the APC, how might this affect APC's calculation, you know, in a multi-party race?
Well, the only thing is that this is the contest, this is a race. Otherwise, I would have said, Mr. President, just go to sleep. We'll do the work for him, because these people are not actually very serious. They don't even understand the definition of coalition on the basis of definition. On the basis of ideological definition. What is coalition? You have to you come together on the basis of ideology. What are the policies that you don't like? Then you don't come as an individual, you come as an institution. When APC was to form a coalition, APC came with CPC and a fraction of PDP, you know, they came along the line, probably AMPP. Those were institutions, those were party, not Mr. Atiku, Mr. Obi coming as an individual. And you see from the beginning of the whole thing, there's nothing. They have not talked more about the party. They don't even have a national secretariat yet. They have been renting offices and you know, venue for their meetings. So how do you talk about coalition in that instance? Coalition of ambitions? No.
So is this the APC, Shehu, is this the APC underestimating the same script it played or worked for it in 2015?
Friends, my sister, they are so different. How can you compare our own coalition to their own coalition? Okay, let me ask you a question. How many parties, as actually a party, have actually indicated, for instance now, APC said, ACA in that time said, I was coming to march. CPC said, I was coming to march. Which political party I said, I'm coming to march with coalition? None. These are not serious people. It's only Obi, Atiku, maybe probably Erufai, another person, individuals, and they are only.
But these are top political figures, Mr. Shehu.
They were defeated last election. They were defeated before election. They'll be defeated again. Have you heard what Atiku said? Have I ever lost a primary election? That his agenda is to have they have been already, you know, calling him the candidate of the ADC already. And that's why you see Obi telling them that I may not come again, I may come, I may not come again. These are coalition of personal ambitions, not ideological coalitions.
All right. I hope to have more conversations with you, Barrister Shehu, Bashir. Thank you so much for speaking with us this evening. APC Stalwart, legal practitioner, member of the defunct APC 2023 Presidential Campaign Council, Media and Publicity Committee. Thank you so much for speaking with us on Politics Tonight. Thank you. And thank you for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that the views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 12:30 a.m. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumokedebu using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News NG. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Good night, everyone.